Again. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, November the 10th, and Lisa Rickman and myself are hosting today as Karen and Chris are gone for the weekend. So welcome, everybody.
It's Karen's birthday.
It's Yay. Karen's birthday. Yeah. So we're going to start off with, I have a presentation to share. And so I'm going to share my...
Norma, do you know how to mute everybody?
Oh, yep. No, I don't. Yep, I do. Okay. Thank you. I will share my presentation. Can you all see that? Okay, perfect. All right, the entrepreneurial mindset, unlocking success. Just let me get in the right present. There. For November 10th at the pop-up Zoom. So the entrepreneurial mindset is a specific way of thinking and approaching opportunities and challenges. So asking yourself, are you a half empty kind of person or a half full kind of person? It'll be the same situation, but how do we approach it? A set of attitudes, behaviors, and qualities that enable us to identify, create, and pursue innovative and value-driven opportunities. And an example of that is this very presentation. I was hacked on Facebook, and actually my business page was stolen, and I have never seen it since. So I had to start over with everything. And as a result of that, I was feeling very antsy because I wanted to be more involved. And I couldn't be because I had to start a new personal profile, a new business page, and it takes a while to warm all that stuff up. So I couldn't do the typical stuff. So then I decided to sorry, I just got someone wanting in here. I decided to do this presentation so that I could be more involved. And I'm doing this actually started to go to core fundamentals. And since then, I presented it in Edmonton as well as here today. So it's a way of turning a negative situation into something positive. So what characteristics do you have if you are of an entrepreneurial mindset? Well, you're risk-taking. This is taking a risk for me, certainly, and then, of course, helping host this today. You're continually learning. You're very resourceful, and not always the typical ways. Like, you'll go outside of the box to find answers to situations that pop up. You're resilient. You have a vision. You know where you want to be in 5 years or what you want that to look like, and you are being resourceful in getting there. You're adaptable. When your page gets hacked, you just start a new page and move on. Being creative and being persistent. We have a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is very limited. It avoids challenges, avoids any kind of conflict. We believe our intelligence and our abilities are fixed, that they can't be changed. Failures mean you're a failure. You blame others for setbacks, where if you have a growth mindset, you embrace those challenges. You believe intelligence and abilities can be improved, so you're always learning. Your effort helps you master new skills. This learning how to record and hopefully getting this up on YouTube in a timely manner today. Failures are an opportunity to learn and grow. By not possibly, I'm not 100% sure, but by not possibly protecting my page properly, I got hacked and lost my page. So I'm learning from that. Receives feedback from others well. I love constructive criticism. That is where I am allowed to grow. The power of positive thinking refers to the idea that maintaining a constructive and optimistic mindset can have significant effects on one's mental and physical well-being, as well as on their overall life incomes. So we feel good and helpful about life. When your body feels good, your mind feels good as well. So it's not just looking after our mental health, we have to look after our physical health as well. And you see problems as challenges that we want to conquer. So how do we do that? With positive self-talk, celebrating the small wins. We hear this all the time on our masterminds and in our group Zooms and all this stuff. You have to celebrate those small things as well as the big things. Self-awareness. What are your weaknesses? What kind of things do you struggle with, and how can you overcome them? Who do you need to connect with to allow that to happen? Again, visualizing that success. It is so powerful when you can visualize that. And I find myself, when I'm struggling and not being motivated, I'm not visualizing that success well enough. Having patience, it takes lots of patience. And surrounding yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people who you want to be like, because we become those we hang around with. Embracing failure. Failure is so important. It is the only way we learn. It's maybe not the only way, but it's the most powerful way we learn. It leads to growth. If you're not succeeding fast enough, you're probably not failing fast enough. And you can't have one without the other. So if you're going to avoid one, you're going to avoid both. Both of these books that we got at convention talk about that very thing. Never Quit on a Bad Day is full of stories of resilience, as it says there, and how they didn't quit on a bad day. They just kept going and are now successful. Yes is the destination, and no is how we get there. And we're all learning about going for no and how to get there. I just think I have some people to invite here. Okay. Sorry. Challenges. There's always challenges. And mine, the big one was the shutdown, losing my page. What was I going to do? How was I going to recoup the costs? Because they also cost me a lot of money. I was able to recoup those costs. Some people have a skeptical spouse. How do you go about dealing with a skeptical spouse? Yeah, and working with that so that it works for the both of you. Lack of perceived success. Something I struggle with a little bit, being a slow goer, slow and steady. What does success look like? So I've redefined what success looks like. And of course, there's the financial success, but there's all the successes along the way that I have had. Having been newly diagnosed with PTSD when I started this business, and I've had lots of successes. Life happens. Fear of success and fear of failure. Those are very real things. Sometimes we're scared of that success because maybe we don't want to be as busy as Mike and Darren, or Karen and Chris, or we're not sure how to be a leader, or that kind of stuff. Fear of failure because we don't want to the people around us to think ill of us. Budget is always a concern. That negative self-talk that goes in our head, and of course, those notorious refunds. Resilience. Being resilient allows us to pursue our goals in times of adversity. We've all heard Mike and Darren's story where they had no mentor, and look at where they are now. Being resourceful, look at what they have created. Ravon shared with me her story. 8 months till she had a distributor. She had 23 refunds in a row, and she's on 80 ads managers. That's resilient. We're familiar with Dave and Roxanne Obizo's story, how they were bankrupt, they were moved out of their apartment building, all that kind of stuff. And their story is in Never Quit on a Bad Day as well. Myself, I mentioned a little bit, having been diagnosed with PTSD, I had to leave my career of 35 years in social work, and it all happened just in a matter of a couple of days, where I just crumbled and my world fell apart. Luckily, I had the support of my husband and family and my parents and friends, but it was devastating. And what was I going to do? I'm not one to stay down, but I needed to heal. In that process, I found this business. And my successes through this business have been watching my mental health grow to the point that I'm actually presenting to you guys and helping host this Zoom. That would have never happened 5 years ago when I started. I could barely have my camera on, let alone doing something like this. So being that resilient and keep pushing yourself and defining what success means for you. And getting to 3A, the hardest thing. I am 1 point away. I am almost there. And many of the rest of you too, that is the hardest struggle. We have been told over and over to get to 3A, but we're not giving up. We're going to get there, being resilient. So what are some creative solutions in doing that? Listening to motivational podcasts, and Brenda Templeman and Carol Coker have been great at putting, and probably others too, sorry if I've missed you, putting the links in for podcasts. And I believe there's actually a document there that I listen to. That's been wonderful because I'm new to podcasts. Hanging out with like-minded people, like we talked earlier, having an accountability partner. I have found an accountability partner, and we Zoom often throughout the week because we both do this business full-time. We can do that. And it has changed the way I do my business. And just having that someone else to be accountable and work. And sometimes we'll just be Zooming, but we're not talking to each other. It's like we're working in an office, and we're both just working, and every so often one thinks of something, so we pop on or off or chat a little bit, and then we're back to work. The core fundamentals for new members, watching those. That physical activity, I can't stress that enough. It's something I struggle with because I also have chronic fatigue syndrome, but I need to have that physical energy. And I know on physical days, my mental health is far better. Prove them wrong. When you have skeptical people out there, and I used to say this with my clients all the time, prove them wrong. There is no greater satisfaction. Give up something. I've had to give up, not have to, it's not a bad thing. Give up TV, give up some visiting time, give up some of my sewing time or some of my gardening time to make this a priority. And of course, always attend those masterminds.
Hey, Norma, I think there's people in the waiting room.
Okay, let me see if I can find them. Thank you for that. I've been trying to watch. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
You can also on set go to the security section and say not enable waiting room, and then they don't have to wait for you.
Oh,
if you want
thank you. So take it off enable waiting room. Okay, I've disabled the waiting room. Thank you, Brenda. Networking and collaboration. So attending event-centered activities like the convention, like meetups. I've attended several meetups. Getting involved, volunteering, organizing, presenting, however that might look for you, and on whatever level you're comfortable with. But getting involved in those activities, especially event-centered ones, really inject some energy into your business. Time management, that's working from home. That is something that I've had to deal with because I can get easily distracted. I have so many hobbies and things I'd love to do at home here, and I have lots of pets that it's I have to stay focused. So setting and keeping deadlines. I have a physical day timer here. Some people like to do electronically. I like to do it on here. And just setting and keeping those deadlines for myself. I schedule posts. That is a huge time saver for me and keeps me feeling calm and engaged in my business on my page. staying organized, however that looks for you. Maintaining business hours. I try to be here every morning. I have a set time. I try to be here, and again, sometimes in the evenings, afternoons, because I look after my aging parents. I need to have flexibility to help with them. So I try to keep my mornings just for this. Time blocking. Some people use that where they block out, well, like I just said, or they block out smaller blocks of time where from 9 till 10, I'm doing posts. From 10 to 11, I'm doing this, that kind of thing. Stay focused. Don't overthink things. That is a big one for many of us. So some key points. How we think and approach challenges is definitely going to predict how we deal with them. So are we thinking of them as challenges that defeat us or challenges to overcome? Keeping your why in focus. Is it big enough? If your why is not motivating you, we've heard over and over, it's probably not big enough. Maintaining that growth mindset. Maintaining that so that when you see challenges, you see them as something to conquer. You want to learn new things. Positive thinking. It's good for our physical and our mental health. Embrace failures as learning opportunities. Yes, allow them to, when I lost my page, did I pout for a couple of days? You bet I did. But I gave myself those 2 days because the feelings were very real that I was violated. So I acknowledged those for a couple of days, but then I was like, okay, Norma Jean, that's it. Pick yourself up and move on. Be willing to think outside the box, like I did with doing this presentation. Visualizing what success looks like for you. For me today, this very much looks like success in my business. And show up for your business. You need to work your business before it can work for you. We need to put in that honest effort. I've been a business owner for 5 years, but have I put in an honest business owner's effort for 5 years? No, I haven't. So, be there for your business. Change the way you look at things, and the way you look at things will change. Thank you for the opportunity to present this. Thank you, everybody. That's, yeah, that was very nice. Oh, sorry, Lisa, I unmuted you as you unmuted. Can you unmute now?
Yes.
Okay,
There we
good.
go. That
Yeah.
was awesome. Yeah, so I saw Norma Jean do this in Edmonton, and I was telling Chris and Karen how awesome she did. So she kind of got volunteered to do it.
Thank you, Lisa.
So that was awesome. Thank you. Okay, so maybe anyone have any questions for Norma Jean before we move on? And I guess while you're thinking, if you want to ask a question or put something in the chat, I just want to share, there's a couple of things that Chris wanted to make sure that everybody knew. First of all, he was saying, like, for those of you who are in the Learn to Earn group, there's that sign up sheet that that he really wants everyone, there's a link in the Learn to Earn Flock group that he wants everyone to get on there and choose a spot in order to create an income post for the Learn to Earn group, because those income posts are very powerful for the people, our leads are getting put in there. So, and then also remember to put your post in, because I signed up and then forgot to put my post in. So, so don't do as I do. And then there was there was a call out asking for people who are interested in actually enabling people to come into the Learn to Earn group. And I don't know if Monica was one of the people who did it. So I don't know if there's been a replacement. So I don't know if there's been a replacement. Cindy, do you know? There has been? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, Mel and I have stepped up to help in the group as well.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And I'm still helping out with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there you are, Monica. I was looking for you. Okay, so let's go to the questions. Okay, Jeanette, you have that was the income post that you wanted to talk about? Okay.
I'll unmute myself. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I just had a question. So I did register for the income post, but I'm lacking ideas because I have no income. Any suggestions on how we could I saw some stories, but it was not income post. So is there any suggestions how we can tackle this without talking about income?
Jeanette, I did this because
Okay.
I asked Chris specifically. I said, I
Okay.
haven't had any income, so how do I do this? So I had pictures of my husband and I on a recent trip to Waterton and just talked about the time freedom things I have as a result of being in this business.
Okay. Perfect.
So
So it doesn't have to be income per se.
no.
Okay. That's great. Great information. Thank you, Emergine.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're welcome.
So it gives me ideas. Perfect. If anybody else has ideas, I think it would help others also that might be fearing that they don't have any income, because that was my fear. Basically, that's why I wasn't signing up.
Mhm. Maybe
was
Can we
just-
also include maybe the amount of leads that we're getting? Just do like a print screen of
Okay.
the leads and say, hey, look at it. I just woke up and I woke up to, I don't know, 10 or 15 leads today. This business works in the background.
Mhm.
Thank
It's a
you
great
for that.
idea. Yeah. Linda. Can you unmute yourself?
We also have a group in the Learn to Earn that's called Freedom Friday, and they make posts about benefits of the business other than the income, like the freedom, the ability to, spend more time with family, the personal growth that they've made. So you can probably go back, Jeanette, into the Learn to Earn and scroll through. And I just saw before this Zoom, I was in there and there's Shelley, somebody made a post about that for Freedom Friday today, and it was a great post. So you can get some ideas from them as well.
Thank you,
That's a
Linda.
great idea. Like even going to the meetups, so the one in Okotoks or Calgary or anything like that, like, really leveraging that in those posts as well. That's a great idea. Yeah. Well, you guys just helped me figure out what I'm going to post about. That's awesome. Clean
Any other
shaven Warren.
questions?
I'm looking for Warren. Oh, there he is. Whoa, yeah. He's all trimmed up. Yay. So another thing, I know a bunch of you've already seen this, but in case you haven't, so Sandy O'Rourke is in the hospital and dealing with the health crisis. So prayers going to her and healing thoughts going to her. And something else that I just found out yesterday, one of my downline, her name's Minerva, her son just passed away. So I'm going to be putting a post in Dream Team about that. And if we could reach out to her, the funeral's actually tomorrow. So just sending love her way as well. Anything else before we move on? We put Chantel on the hot seat. Brenda?
Brenda.
Norma Jean, when you relaunched your page, did you do or pay for that Facebook verification that they said would protect it? Like, I don't know. Has anybody done that?
I did not.
No? Okay.
No,
I launched
I'm
my
not-
page as well and didn't have to pay for anything.
no.
Yeah. Do you remember what they were talking about? Like supposedly for $20 a year or $20 a month. I think Chris was talking about it.
Oh,
And I don't
no,
know
I never
whether
saw
anybody-
anything like that.
No.
No.
Yeah, that was maybe 3 months ago. I can't quite remember, and I don't know whether anybody has actually done it and whether it made any difference. So yeah, I guess that's something to look into.
Mhm.
I feel like it's
Did
just
you-
a way for Facebook to make you pay for using their platform,
Get more money, yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
It
which
seems a
is
little
really
steep.
like for the amount of people that use it. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it's ludicrous that they would charge you $20 a month.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just wondering about that. So, okay,
Norma
thanks.
Jean, can you walk through the steps of how you verified your page? Or is it,
Oh, Lordy.
or we
How-
could, I can Zoom with you later or chat
Yeah.
with you. Okay,
Maybe, yeah, because I won't have it on the top of my head, but
Yeah,
I had,
okay.
yeah.
That'd be
Reach out
great.
to me and we can Zoom over the weekend or something.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
great.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen.
Oh,
And-
Carol has her hand up.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. I know Natalie O verified her personal page. I don't know about her business page, but I know she did it on her personal page. So maybe you can reach out to her, Brenda.
And also please share the steps in the chat. Yeah, maybe this is actually even another Zoom. Yeah, it'd be a great Zoom topic to go over as a group for sure.
Mhm.
So we'll can pass this on to Chris and Karen.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And I'll take a look. And I need to get this up. I always hate this when this happens because you can't see what's going on at the top. How do I get up there? I can't see.
So you can pull that bar down, Lisa.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so that one's mine. Okay. And I'm gonna get you guys out of the way. Get everybody out of the way. Okay, so this is Chantel's. And Chantel is in BC. And you can tell she's from BC and very much loves being in nature, and her pictures are absolutely beautiful. And so it's entertaining to go through her page because it's really, really quite like she talks about juicing, she talks about healthy living, getting out in nature. But this is new. This wasn't even what I saw before. But there's very, very little in terms of the business. So I guess just by looking at the front, the very beginning, just by looking at her cover, would we be able to know that she's a business owner? So I guess what I'm just going to do, Chantel, is I'm just going to go through and give you my feedback. And then as people are watching, they would put stuff in the chat as well from things that they notice. And then hopefully we've got a whole list of things for you to consider. So hopefully that's a good plan.
Yeah.
So what I would recommend is right at the very beginning, like your page is beautiful up here, the picture is beautiful, but it doesn't indicate that you're a business owner. So there needs to be something up in there that indicates that this is what this page is all about, right? Because when I look through it, I honestly thought that from the way everything's presented, that you're actually doing something in the lines of juicing or health foods or something like that. And so I think there just needs to be a more clear picture as to what you're actually presenting. So we're talking about things like, have this in the background for sure, but then have text up here that indicates you're a business owner. Have a picture of you with a laptop, something to show that you have that laptop lifestyle and that this is, so it could be you, like sitting here on the ridge or something like that with your laptop, something along those lines. The other thing, yeah, so I did see this post about your business here, but I didn't see that yesterday. The other thing, you talked about coming down here, this welcome to your business page. So this is nice. It was the only place that I actually saw your name anywhere. So, and maybe even pin this page, because if you pin it, like you can go up, I can't do this because I'm not admin for your page. But when you click on these three dots, there's an option to pin it. And what that will do is actually bring it all the way back up to the very, very first post. So that's the first thing that people will see when they go through your page, that this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, this is what I offer.
Right. Okay.
Another thing I wanted to talk about is it connected to your personal page? And I didn't have access to your personal page, so I just wanted to show you with my own. And this is something that I work through with my own downline. It seems to be a stumbling block with my downline for some reason. But so on your personal page, and I'm not someone who likes to put business stuff on my personal page, but I know some people do, like Katrina. She sees her personal page as just another business page, is what she talked about. I don't. I like it to be, separate. But what you do need to do is attach it. So where I say, like, my digital business owner, and here's my link to my personal page, or to my business page. So if anyone's on my personal page, they can click to it and automatically go here. So this is the business pages. So, like, as you can see, having the laptop up there, having your website very noticeable, very because I think people like to be told what to do, right? You need to make this as clear and as easy for them as possible. So this is what I do. This is my web page. This is like down here. Click on the Learn More button so that you can, and it will take you directly to the web page, and just make it as as clear as possible for them. Someone else, if you want to look at some people like Dave and Roxanne, theirs is very straightforward like this. I love watching Betty and Smash marketing because they're I love their posts and everything. They're a lot of fun to watch, but they are very clear like this too. And the simpler, the better, right? And then, so this is what I'm talking about with pinning the posts. So the very first things that people will see when they get to my pages are these pinned posts. And one of them is a photo story. And then the next one is a video. And in all honesty, this particular, like your video, could actually be an ad that you have, and just use it as your pinned. And then as you're going through the website, or as people are going through your Facebook, they should see things like come to the webinar, right? So there needs to be direction for them as to what you're all about. Because remember, your Facebook page is all about entertaining them, inspiring them, making them laugh, making them think, giving them value. But there needs to be a mixture of things, right? So it can't be all, I try to put in things like fun stuff like going to Mexico, but I also have like little sayings that are kind of inspirational around business as well. But I also have, I saw this cake ATM. I thought it was hilarious, so I put that in there. And I also feature, this was Halloween, my son. I was gonna try to go down here, little funny things, but I also feature my cats. There we go. So it needs to be like a variety of things that we're interested in, right? Not just business and not just personal stuff. So going back to yours, yeah, I was feeling like your brand is very, very strong. Like, you're obviously healthy and you hike a lot and you're out in nature a lot. And so people are going to just absolutely resonate with you because your brand is very strong that way. And I also noticed that you started back in September. So yeah, you already have your website on here. So it's time to start putting a lot more of that business content on there in terms of promoting the webinar, and you won't get into trouble because your Facebook page is seasoned enough. Okay, I think that is, we're gonna go to chat now and see what they say. Whoops. we go. Okay, so any more comments other than what I said, things that people would like to share?
I agree with your assessment there, Lisa. I really like it, Chantel. I think it just needs to be tied in more to business. When I looked at it before the Zoom, I wasn't sure what you were advertising. And so just adding some of that, like the pin post, when I scrolled down, I saw your story about yourself. Yeah, put that as a pin post, put some words on your background there, and yeah.
And, you know, it can be as simple as when you take your pictures, because they are beautiful, just have you in the picture holding your cell phone, looking like you're working on your business, and just kind of showing, you know, the commentary could be just how simple it is to work on business while you're still, you know, out in nature or involved in one of your passions. So
one of her
so
passions was kayaking.
yes, so anytime you have that opportunity to get a picture of yourself, just put your cell phone in your hand and you're working on business.
Yeah, even having the laptop outside in the yard or, you know, like, so she's got the backdrop of nature so she can keep that theme going, but mixing it in with the business itself. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Fiona said maybe remind people of the Christmas party. Yes, I think it's November the 25th. Karen put out a invitation to everybody to their house for a Christmas party. That could be trouble. A lot of people can show up at their doorstep. Right. So Chantel, did you have any comments or questions for us about your page?
It was the business name that was an issue really that came up. Yes. So I've never really, my daughter had put a website for me way back in 2017, and I hadn't played with this. So coming back in September, I was trying to do this gradually. I'm still not through the training. So I'm trying to catch up with the steps of all the things to be done, honestly. But now I'm at where I'm supposed to, I guess, put about the business. Yes, I do feel I'm behind. However, I'm just trying to, I thought I was following the steps in regards of when to post about the business and whatnot. I didn't think I was supposed to do it that early until I had established my brand.
Well, yeah, for sure. You want to go slow and develop that relationship with Facebook and make sure that, you know, they know and trust you. But it's been September, so like there's it's 2 months now, so it's time. Yeah, so you'll be okay. And the fact that your link is on there and you haven't been flagged with your web page on there with your website on there is
it's just been put up the when I changed the name and everything. This is what happened. I panicked and I just like, okay, I gotta put this on now because I'm not getting the right people here.
Yeah,
that was more of a panic move.
Brenda also mentioned one time, don't put your link, like when you are doing posts about the webinar, don't put your link in the comments, or sorry, don't put your link in the post itself. You could put the link in your picture.
Right, which I've done.
Yeah, but don't put it, you know, when you do the write-up.
Yeah.
Don't put it there. What some people would do, and correct me if I'm wrong, Brenda, but sometimes you would put it in the comment below saying for more information, go here, and then put the link there just so that, yeah, Facebook doesn't flag you that way. I put mine everywhere because they've already shut me down. Like my manager's been shut down on that particular page. So I put mine everywhere because I thought I got nothing to lose now.
He's saying that I should have not put it where you look at, like the link I've put on the webpage there. Is that what you're saying? Remove that?
So you know when you make a post and you have writing and then your picture?
Yes.
So the writing above, don't put it there.
No, I understand, but you're saying that I'm surprised you haven't been flagged already.
Oh, I got flagged all right. Because my manager's already been shut down.
Right.
So I've got nothing to lose now. So I put my link everywhere. So
Right.
I have another Facebook page. I've one of these people who've had to start another Facebook page. So I've been a lot more careful on that page. But
Right.
Chantel, are you meaning about your page on your cover photo that
I am.
you already have your link there in your about information?
Yes.
Yeah. I think Lisa's saying you're fine because it's there and you haven't been flagged.
mhm.
So you're fine. And your page is just about 3 months old. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But-
I would think you're fine.
right. Not 2 months yet, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
But as for your name, I mean, like look at Betty and Smash. Like, so they have nicknames. It's not their real names, but it's
Right.
still around an identity, and they call themselves Betty and Smash Marketing. So it's very specific, you know, they already have a digital slant to their name. I guess all the training that I've seen, regardless of whether it's in Facebook or anywhere else, they say that you need to brand yourself because people need to know, like, and trust you, right? So, and if you
Mhm.
do want to stay with that name, then I think you just need to be a little more obvious as to who you are, like in your first posts,
Can you wait
in order to
till I'm
get
done?
people to know who you are. And in all honesty, if you think that by not having your name in your brand is going to stop that traffic from coming to you, that stuff that you don't want, it won't. Though, yeah.
And I guess the Arlene, my coach's question as well was, okay, so if you go back in 2 months, I mean, how is it going to impact you? She doesn't think it's a big deal. But yeah, that was the question for the community, I guess. Should I be switching that back after the 2 months, or should I just keep it with the nature flow?
Well,
Without
what you
experience, I don't know.
Yeah, because you've got, like you said, you have to keep it for 60 days, right? In order to see what, before you're allowed to switch back. So it's consider it a testing phase.
Right. I guess so. I guess you're right.
Yeah, so you'll kind of have your data in 60 days from now.
Right.
Yeah.
True. True. Okay, well, thank you so much. There's a lot of
Yeah.
pointers, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
We're just looking at the comments. So we have to respond by November the 17th to the the Christmas party. And yeah. Yeah, include laptop in the videos, talk about the flexibility of the business. Yeah, like I did an ad from my kayak one day, Chantel. So so you can definitely incorporate your love of nature into that for sure. And you're gonna like really resonate with people who have the same interests as you, right? Yeah.
Lisa, I remember a post of you in your kayak in your garage.
Yes. Yeah, with my Viking hat on. Yeah, that was a gag and it turned into a bit of an ad, and so it was fun. Yeah. Oh, I should send that to Chris and Karen for the fun stuff. I totally forgot about that one. Yeah. Okay, so do you guys have time to see an ad? It's 10:45. Okay.
Are we going to assign people, Lisa?
Yeah, I was thinking of that. So Brenda, can I get you to do the hook? And Linda, can you do the intro? And Chantel, can you do the pain point? And Warren, can you do the solution? And Cindy, can you do the CTA? Okay. And please, if Mel DeRosier were here, I don't be like Mel. Be be blunt with me. Okay. Because that's how we learn, right?
That's how we learn.
That's how we learn. Okay. I tried a totally different approach this time. Oh, gotta get people out of the way again. I'll never forget the day that. Can you guys hear it?
A little bit.
Okay. Crank it up here. Okay. I'll never forget the day.
That's good. No, your voice has gone away.
You guys can't hear it at all?
No.
Oh, I bet I have to mute myself.
Now we can't hear anything either. Did you enable sound? Did you enable your sound, Lisa?
Lisa, you're muted, dear. We can't hear you at all.
Oh, sorry. See, there we go. I'm just saying, let me just put the link into our Flocked group, and then you guys can watch it at your leisure and send me some feedback. And because it's already 10 to 11, and I don't want to hold everybody up while I'm trying to sort this out. So, okay. Let's
I did hear your hook and I loved it. You got me hooked. I want to know what the phone call was that made you cry.
Ooh, to be continued. There we go. Okay, whoops. Okay, stop share. Yeah, so I'll tell you what happened is I'm trying just the different hooks. So I've never really talked about my history as a mom. Like there's so many people out there who take that angle as a mom. And I decided to talk about the time that I missed with my own kids, because I had to work from the time both my sons were 5 months old, because our maternity leaves were very short. So I'm using that background, and so that's all I'm going to tell you. You're going to have to watch it.
Cool.
Yeah, because normally what I talk about is divorce and blah blah blah, right? Yeah. Okay. Any last minutes before we say goodbye?
Well, thank you, Norma Jean and Lisa, for stepping up to do this. This was great. And you did a wonderful job.
You're
Yeehaw.
welcome.
Well done.
Thanks for the opportunity to give my presentation. That was more practice, the better.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was so happy you did it. Yay.
Thanks for volunteering me.
I totally did.
Norma Jean, the mastermind, Dream Team Mastermind is next.
Yes.
You know, funny you say that, Linda, because when we were recognized as volunteers at the convention, and we were called up on stage, I just stood there and breathed and just took it in, and that this is what my 6A on stage is going to feel like.
Exactly.
And much the same with this, right? You just, bring it on. I'm ready.
Good for you. It was awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
you guys have a good week.
It was so nice to see everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Thanks, ladies. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye. Have a great week.
See you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.